How to survive real estate market crash. This is number 3 in our series, new homes and new construction. I love this. This is absolutely my thing. So the last real estate downturn in my market was absolutely crushing. Not only did I survive it, but my business went up by tenfold. So this is all about what we did and what worked for us during the last downturn. So let's dive into part 3 of this series, new homes and new construction. So why should you listen to me? Well, during the worst market ever, I was down to a few sales one year. The following year, it was still brutal, but I did over 60 million and followed that with another 60 million the next year. And last year, over 300 million. So what changed? You know what? It was my mindset. I finally got it figured out. So here's the deal. I was in the new home business as an unlicensed salesperson. For years, I saw realtors come and go, but rarely did any approach me about selling our listings. Rarely. Could probably count them on one hand. I would have been shocked if somebody had approached me, and that was in a 17-year career. So, do you want to do single deals or single listings, or do you want to do a whole bunch of them? How about hundreds of them all in one shot? Obvious answers is that doing 5 or 10 or 50 or 100 listings at a time, it's way better than doing one deal with a resale client, and you have to sit and prove your value to that one person every time you do a listing presentation, right? So learn how to do a builder presentation, and from that one presentation, you could have 1 or 100 listings from it. Basically, this is how we blew it up. I had a list of agents in my city. All the top ones had builders that they were working with along with their resale business. So I just took it to another level. So prior to me blowing it up, my partner, Brad, what he did is he saw the inner city market, tons of small builders. So we're in a city of about 1.5, 1.4 million people in Calgary. There's 400 or 500 small builders in the inner city alone, like doing anywhere from 2 to 10 builds a year. And he just went after those builders. So once he had 40 or 50 of them with more than one listing each, and his business really started to blow up. So this was a little different for him because he was a hunter. So now he became a farmer, and he continued to farm his builders. So think about this. You can go knock on hundreds of doors in a community and get a few listings, or you can knock on a few doors and get hundreds of listings. Make sense? Okay, so for myself, I started to do the same thing, but then I realized the volume, it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted volume, and I wanted more volume. So I went after the bigger builders and went after the volume guys. New homes are multiple listings, and multiple large buildings are endless listings. It's exponential when you take over entire projects and sell all of them. That, my friends, that is how you crush a lot of sales as a single agent, and just leverage all the other agents to sell them for you. So what city are you in? How many agents are there? Is there 2,000, 10,000, 20,000? It's like the best kept secret, a massive business that barely anybody taps into. And guess what? When times are tough, builders are looking for ways to keep their volume up and keep their people employed so they don't have to lay anyone off. They're going to be the first ones to create incentives or reduce their pricing because they have to sell them. They have no choice. They're not going to be like someone in a resale home that goes, well, I don't have to sell. You ever heard that one before? You'll never, ever hear that come out of the mouth of a builder. So don't be a start making lists of builders in your area and start calling them. Walk into their show homes, find out what their sales are, or how their sales are, find out what their problems are, and solve those problems. What isn't selling? Be their solution. Find out from them what's not selling, what is selling, what kind of product do they have, what kind of incentives do they have. do your due diligence, and from this foundation, you're going to dig the hole here. You're going to blow your business up in a slow market. And then now you might be thinking, yeah, but in a slower market, listings aren't selling. Yeah, when you have maybe one or two, but if you have 40 or 50 or 60 or 70, a very large percentage of those are going to sell. Okay, so your business is going to be busier in a slow market than it will be in the fastest moving market. So do you want to be running around with buyers wasting hours and hours and hours of time looking at resale, and in a slow market, these guys are like, well, I'm not really sure about this one, I'm not sure about this one, they may drop off, they get cold feet, right? When you can spend the same amount of time or less time, far less time, and have 10 times the volume, so that downturn in the market actually works in your favor, because now the builders need you. They just need somebody to step up and do it. So be that guy, be that gal. The other thing is, one of the big things I hear from agents when I'm talking to them about new homes is like, don't all the builders have a real estate agent? Maybe, but you know what? 90% of agents are gone within 5 years. So builders are constantly trying to change, evolve. They think maybe their agent's not doing the job for them. They're going to be looking for somebody else. It's all going to be in the back of their mind. If you're showing enough value, you will capture those listings. So here's a bunch of ways to make money in new homes. First one, market incentives and discounts, and bring in a steady flow of buyers. So what I mean by this, okay, market incentives and discounts. When the market slows down, they're like start canvassing all the builders in the areas that you know, and find out what the incentives are, find out if they have any discounts in that, and you're going to market that on Facebook or Google, however you're marketing. Don't put the name of the builder in, don't put the name of the community. You're just going to want a call of action. Call me to find out. Okay, call me to find out about these before they're gone. All right. Do this with any new area that has promotions or has discounts. And the second thing is, do this in any newly opened community. Okay, so if there's only a set of show homes there and a few homes that have been built, this is a big opportunity for you over time. So that newly open community, a lot of realtors won't touch it because it's too new. So you're going to become the expert, and then later on you're going to farm that community over time, and you're going to be the resident expert with the builder and with all the residents, all the people that are living there. Sound good? Okay, become the lister for that builder in all their communities, or one or more, depending on the builder size or what they're willing to give you at first. Build that relationship and then get more later. So next one, make a deal with the Showhome salespeople. Pay them a commission on all the referrals that they send you, upon this successful closing of that deal. The builders have limited floor plans, so think about this. So they have limited floor plans that they can sell. So, for example, if it's a single family home in an area and they've exhausted their inventory with a buyer, so the buyer's looking at their floor plans and going, I don't like any of these, and there's nothing there that the buyer wants to purchase, or the buyer decides they don't like the community anymore and they want to move on, get them to refer the client to you. And now you're going to become the expert, and you're not going to be limited to one community or one area. But if they want to find a new home, you've become the expert in new homes, so you're going to know the areas and the places to take them. It's endless referrals, and it's a win-win. Plus, they probably have a home to sell. Okay. So next one, market to investors. So find areas that will rent well, the ROI makes sense, and market to investors. So make sure you break down the numbers so that you understand it and they understand what the numbers look like. So like the vacancy rates, the ROI, over time, the cash flow, those kinds of things. Don't get into cap rates, okay? So cap rates are something completely different. That's going to be like getting into like major multifamily buildings. and just doesn't apply to single units, okay? So if you're out there looking at stuff on YouTube and Google and whatever, forget the cap rates. It has to do with the ROI. And next one, existing show home clients. Have the sales agents refer their existing clients to you to sell their homes, okay? Again, endless listings. Guys, if you follow up on these, this is like a whole bunch of ways to make money out of new homes and become that new home expert. And that's what you got to do is you got to become that expert. I have made millions and millions selling new homes with the builder. And then after I got licensed as an agent, because you didn't need to be licensed here to be selling new homes, after I got licensed as an agent, after a couple of years, I went right back to those builders and ended up working with them and really ramping the business up. Hey, on that note, do you want to coach? We're looking for real estate coaching partners. Even if you've never done it before, but you feel like you have something to offer, text my number. It's on the screen. It's here or here. And let's set up a time to chat about it. And it doesn't matter if you've been in the business for 1 year or you've been around for 10 or 20 years. Okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, by the way, watch the next one in this series. It's going to be number 4, and it's on how to survive a crashing market in real estate. See you in the next one.